Hey guys, it's nice to see you again, and as you noticed, I'm in new digs. I finally moved back up to my campus home because, well, I'll be starting college next week, the week that this is posting, not the week that I'm recording. But, welcome back to Cities Skylines 2, but before we get into it, I want to show you guys my new room and my new setup I got going here. So here's my new setup. I will have to shut the blinds because of lighting reasons. It's a whole thing with the computer, but this is my new setup. I didn't get much new stuff. I'll talk about that in a second. But I also got this new shelf helping organize. I also got my collection of video games as board games, so that's always nice. Only two new equipment I got is I got a new shock absorber to help with, moving around the mic and all that, but I also got new headphones. And the weirdly weird part is I need to get used to this because these headphones are noise cancellation. And here's the best part. Where is it? Here's the best part. Obviously, I don't need this for recording purposes. I just find it cool. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So if you remember from last time, I remember we did two things. We obviously built the new community college area. This is where students can now enjoy themselves. And also we did build this brand new train station and got that initiated throughout the city. So our big goal today, I don't think we'll go as far as a university. I don't think that's going to happen. However, we do have a population expansion currently happening, so we need to take care of that. So I'm thinking we start by building probably a new suburb over here. I feel like that'd be really nice for residents. Just to have a nice place where they can stay for a little bit. And just be a little quiet for the time being. Because, let's face it, looks like one of the biggest things right now is we do have a lot of small families that want to move into the city. I'm still figuring out camera placement, so give me a second to figure that out. It might take a couple of weeks or days. Probably days. Days seems more reasonable. Anyway, 2-lane road right there would be very helpful, helping people get in and out of this like small miniature suburb. I feel like that's reasonable on that. Because you gotta remember, this is right next to the highway, so it is going to get a little noisy, so I might want to add some sound barriers just to be safe. We're also dealing with population downfall. I really do not know why so many people... Oh yeah, maybe it's because of the garbage. I mean, that's the whole thing. We're still saving up for that incineration plant. That is something I am probably going to get this episode because, let's face it, we are getting to that point where we desperately need that. There we go. Get some zoning to start building these new homes. I probably will build another school out here. This entire area is probably going to get a big expansion, so that way everything makes sense. Obviously, the easiest way to quiet down this little area near the highway is going to be a lot of trees. It's going to help keep it quiet. Here we go. Basic start off to this little suburb area. Obviously, we're going to have a lot more cut out for us, but I think we could definitely turn this into a more quieter suburbs, but like kind of like a small town America is the way I'm thinking I want to go with this. At least that's my plan. Like so, just some apartments with some backyards to help people feel a little more at home in this neighborhood. And we can definitely go ahead and add some like small businesses. That's why I called it New York pack. Like it's a lot of small mixed businesses, small commercial, So the dump obviously is our big thing we got to figure out next. And we also got this other suburb we are currently working on, which has to do with ground pollution. Where is that at? Yeah, we're slowly letting this ground pollution go away so we can slowly convert this area into a more suburban neighborhood. At least that's the plan. Like, that's what I want to do. That will help a lot with, especially the people who want to move into a more urban area. We are really close to getting that industrial incineration plant, which, let's face it, we desperately need that. But yeah, here's like the small businesses, like what you'll see around town. They're very cute, very nice, very good if you're looking for something to make the city feel a little more condensed, but not like crazy condensed. Just for enough time so that we can get the city all figured out and then we can move it. Because I would kind of want to empty both dumps too, so I can make like one giant industrial type thing. Because let's face it, we desperately need that right now. There we go. All right, start emptying these. Is that right? Yep. Okay, they're gonna start emptying each other, and they're gonna come here. So now we're gonna fix all those issues. So now back to my focus on updating everything. There we go. We'll start by building that road. Then we can build something right here. Good. Now for the school, we have a lot of options. We got this like Southwestern United States school, which is a great option. I personally like it. We haven't used that one yet, so we could, because this is already kind of a Californian style neighborhood. Now, if the trees on these houses would grow, they look great, but that's beside the point. And something interesting I figured out about industry. So I looked at a city nearby me, specifically Lansing. It's the capital of Michigan. I looked at them, and it seems they have an interesting way of doing their industry in urbanized areas, and I thought it was a pretty genius idea, and I might see if potentially I could do something with that, but we'll have to see. Okay, I only put it in the middle because I need to see where our expansion starts. So we got a classroom expansion. Okay, so how big is the classroom expansion? It's 4x4. That means we need at least 4x4 on both sides, so I can easily do that. We can expand the parking lot. Here, we'll put that there. I do want to add some more parking to the school. Not like that much. It's like a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just enough to, you know, give parents somewhere where they can park for their kids. Eventually, I think I'm going to have the train divert over the highway so it can come to this neighborhood. But that will probably be another time. In fact, why don't I put that in now so I don't forget about it later? I think that's a good option. This will probably be a more... Let's make it a more local station. I feel like that's going to be very important. So for train stations wise, we got lots of options. But I think we're going to go with a very local train station. Ooh, we got this European train station. We also got this medium train station. And we got the small train station. And the local train station is obviously a little more fancy. So I think we'll probably go with this like minor, like probably one of these small train stations. Unless the big one like looks nice. We'll put that in just for now. We'll close it because it's no real reason for it to operate right now. But yes, this will be the train station that will be over here, and we'll get that all hooked up. We'll get a bus station out in front of it. Actually, let me do that while I'm thinking about it. So for trains, this is hard because obviously the highway, well, is in the way. So we're gonna have to figure out how to divert the train to go this way, even though the highway is gonna cause issue. We could always tunnel. That would work. Oh, and it has just enough space to do a tunnel. So we might have to go with that. Another castle. I'm sorry, but the castle can't... I like the castles. I really do. But they can't stay if they're going to get in the way. There we go. That's all hooked up. Now we have that. I can easily decorate this. I can easily put some basic trees and bushes to help make this look not as kind of just randomly here. We could easily throw down some more urban housing right here. The only issue is obviously it's a little small. Little small. But I can work with that. I've done it before. Oh man, we're losing tourists, which I'm hoping... I should check on our hotels. I should see if they're doing a little better now that I've initiated train station. So that means, you know, we're getting people from outside the city. So hopefully that means we're finally seeing some sort of increase in that. There we go, add some small apartments to kind of make the urbanization difference as we go to this more urban area down here. Because now you see we got some, not big ones, just some minor buildings to assist in that. Actually, I have a better idea on how to make this train station track. First off, I'm going to get rid of all these businesses. Now, before you yell at me, I'll put them back. Just somewhere else. There we go. Now, the reason why I wanted to do that is because I feel like there's a better way I can make this train track look a little more realistic to real city proportions, which is I want to put it like right next to the highway right here. And so when it comes out, it can follow the highway until it gets to the point where it needs to go. I feel like that looks a lot better and more natural looking. I just said that. I don't know why I said it again. But I think that's going to be beneficial. I think it's going to be a lot better. And the best part is I can still... Nobody says I can't add businesses right here. And plus, we could always put a few, like, not a lot, just a few industrial. But I was talking about this before when I was talking with my brother. I really think they should add non-polluting and polluting industry. So basically, you can decipher between the two. So non-polluting industry can go somewhere like in a commercial space. But then polluting industry will go in a place that's like, you know, far away. It's because like you want the occasional factory near your industrials, near your commercial zone. Because that's actually very realistic to real life cities. Mostly those are in more urban environments. We're just going to see what we can do there. Okay, the elementary school system is obviously still pretty bad. Like, we're dealing with a whole capacity issue, which is whole nother thing I gotta deal with. But the high school is also a big issue, so I think it's time we get another high school. I think this UK secondary school would be really cool out here in the suburbs. But we might need some time before we can do that. How much profit are we making? We're making a lot of profit, so hopefully I'll be able to replace the power system in this city. I want to have a full-fledged new electricity, kind of like a new way to develop electricity. I want to get a gas plant. Like, why don't we? I feel like this would look really good right next to the industrial incinerator for now. You can always change it later. And then power, we're putting out a lot more. We're doing a lot better at the power. I do want to get a charging station because I feel like that's going to be important for citizens. There we go. A nice, better operating and electricity area. I really didn't know what to call it. We probably should put some parking out here, just some basic parking, so people, if they go to work here, they'll have somewhere to go. There we go. Got some parking lot for the people who work here. I feel like this looks very nice. I can't wait to decorate it a little more to like make it look real nice. Best part is traffic's obviously going to be really low this way. It's obviously going to be mostly focused more on the industry development in this area. But yeah, that's going to be very beneficial, especially since now we can export electricity for more money, which means I can afford more things, which makes citizens more happy. Now I do need to put another tunnel here just so we can get this whole system figured out. Where will it be that we'll finally reach tunnel length? There we go. Put it right next to the track. Anyway, so for this area, I was thinking very simple. Just start building. Get a lot of things in here, you know. Whoa, what's this building belong to? So we are gonna need some. We probably should put some low-income housing at some point, just so we can have that available in the city. We're also going to need offices, right? I need to also put some offices in because that's where people work. But now that we have office towers, makes things a lot easier. Ooh, I've never seen these ones before. These are from the New York style. That's nice. I like those. Whoa, what's this building? That's a New York style office. Cool. Oh, we got another European style apartment. Great. It brings in a lot more color to the city. I love it. Okay, how are our dumps doing? This one's almost empty. Great. This one's still working on. But this dump is almost empty, which is great because that means I can finally bulldoze it and expand the suburbs. I'd love to I'm going to be honest, I'd love to redesign those suburbs because they were kind of like a random thing I kind of just placed in there. So hopefully we can get that all figured out. Community college is doing great. How many people do got eligible? We got a lot of people eligible now for university. How much would a university cost if we were to go that next level? So it can take 15,000 students. So we don't need one quite yet. But it's good that the C citizens are doing that. So right now I think our focus should be the high schools and the colleges and the elementary schools. Like those seem to be more important right now. So I think that should be our focus. Gotta go ahead and make our new park. Well, it's not even really a park. It's just kind of like a quiet neighborhood area around the water tower, because you know I didn't want to put anything that would make more noise right here. I thought it'd be good if it was just like a little quiet little area for citizens to just take a nice walk around. And it's just outside the water tower too, which by the way, it can't be upgraded with the observation deck, so that makes this all more worthwhile. I think that looks really nice, this like little quiet neighborhood being right outside the city. I just think it complements the neighborhood well, especially with the school now being there. I do think we need to get a new high school over here though. Let's see here, what options do we got? So what if we were to put it not directly next to it, but relatively next to the neighborhood? Then we get rid of this road and we fix all this up so it's proper everything. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that and that, just to make sure it all lines up, and then we smooth it all out. So what can we get for this place? We can get a sports building and we get extra classrooms. Good, I don't have to do anything crazy. Also, why is this over here? So since the sports facility is going to be out this side of the school, I think it'd be a great idea to build the more sports area over there. But we'll do that in a little bit, obviously, because we got a few things we gotta do first. And look, the city's garbage problem, non-existent. This dump finally can go away. So now we need to focus on getting this dump emptied, which will take a hot minute. But yeah, we're almost done getting all the dumps empty. So this suburb, probably next episode, massive overhaul. Like, it's gonna look completely different. because we are running out of time here. So I think what I should do for our last few minutes we have here is I think I should do some decorating of our new small town neighborhood. So give me a second and I'll be right back. And there we go. Obviously I can't do too much decorating because most of the area is not filled in yet, but I was able to get a good amount in. And I think it looks really good in the end. So thank you guys for watching. Please like this video, smart ability to say, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. We do all kinds of content here. I also stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube and Twitch. Feel free to go to either or. If you want to know more about that, you can hit to my description down below. You will find links to my social medias, including my Discord, which is really fun. I really want to get that thing built up. But the big thing, we are on the road to 500 subscribers, and I would really like to beat that goal by the end of the year. I know it's ambitious, but I would really like it. So if you guys could help me, please hit the subscribe button. It is free, no charge to you, and it helps me a lot. If you want to know more about Montegue Bay, you can go down below. There's a link to the playlist of me playing Montegue Bay, and you can also check out my other friend. You can also check out when I first played Cities Skylines 2 with New Venture. Check out my other channel, Gerewolf, for solely simming content. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye!